Welcome to Lifestyle Med with Dr. Jade. Health, it's a lifestyle.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Lifestyle Med with Dr. Jade. I'm so excited to talk about this topic. Today's topic is one of the most commonly discussed things in my clinic amongst my patients, and that is how to lose weight and keep it off. So if you're interested in how to lose weight in a healthy way and make it sustainable over a long period of time, I've got 10 tips you don't want to miss. So stay tuned. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Jade. I'm a family medicine physician resident, and my channel is all about fitness, nutrition, and primary care hot topics. So if these are topics of interest for you, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a video. So weight loss, guys, is a huge topic, right? And it's hard to break it into just 10 things, but I want you to know that this isn't about being skinny. It's not about a crash diet. It's not about magic pills or some sort of potion. No, this is about long-term sustainable weight loss that's healthy for us. We're trying to fight diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, just to name a few. I mean, being overweight and obese affects just about everything in your body. So that's what we're trying to target, in addition to looking and feeling good. So here we go with tip number 10. Tip number 10 is set a goal and scale back. It's kind of a 2-for-1. So first of all, setting a goal. We have to know our destination in order to get to it, right? We have to set a goal. Goal setting should always be your first thing. Also, set an ultimate goal and then set short goals in between that time so that you can celebrate those little victories along the way. So for me, for example, I just had a baby 2 months ago, and so my pre-pregnancy weight was a really healthy weight for me and my body. So that's my ultimate goal. So I'm gonna set that as my ultimate goal, and then I have small goals in between that I'm gonna keep on track with to reach that ultimate goal. But the other part of that is scaling back, and that part is not excessively weighing yourself. Take a step back from the scale, and this is different for everyone. Weighing yourself daily can be discouraging and counterproductive, and some people, when we're on a weight loss journey, will really get on that scale and say, okay, am I a pound down today? Am I 2 pounds down today? Oh no, I'm 2 pounds up. No, you don't want to do that. That can be counterproductive, like I said. So what you want to do is, when you're making your goal, you want to set a specific time frame in which you'll weigh yourself. Will that be weekly? Will that be monthly? Will that be twice a week? That may be different for everyone depending on what your goal is, and just on you as a person, on if that's encouraging, discouraging, or if it helps you to reach your goal. So also mapping out how often you'll weigh yourself is important.
And like I said, ladies, my pre-pregnancy body is my goal, so I will be having a postpartum weight loss video with my top tips coming up in a few months. So stay tuned for that as well.
So remember, tip number 10 was to make sure you set that goal, but also to take a step back from the scale and not excessively weigh yourself. Tip number 9 is portion control. And this is a tough one, especially in America. We're used to bigger portions. Most of the portions we get are enough for 2 to 3 people. So this can be, take a moment to get used to doing. But portion control and calorie reduction is an imperative part for weight loss. So there are different tricks that we can implement, right? So one thing you can do is eat on smaller plates. Another thing you can do is, if you're eating out, some of us eat out a lot, you can ask for a to-go box with your meal and put half of the portion in the to-go box right away, and then eat the meal from there, and you automatically have the other half for later. So there's different things you can try to do to get used to having a smaller portion size, but that doesn't mean that you have no food or a limited amount of food. It just means that we're reducing the amount that we typically eat, or we can have the amount that we typically eat, but replacing some of those unhealthy foods with more nutritious foods to fill the plate. And we'll get to that some more later. But portion control, especially unhealthy foods, if we're not wanting to completely cold turkey eliminate those unhealthy foods for healthy foods, that can be a journey, at the beginning. So eating smaller portions at first can help, and once we're used to eating more nutritious foods or nutrient-dense foods, then you don't really have to worry so much about portion control. But we'll talk more about that in some of the next tips. Tip number 8 is to meal prep, and that is having your meals already ready, easily accessible, easy to grab, throughout the week good nutrient dense choices so that you're not reaching for that fast food, or you're not hangry and then all of a sudden, oh, where's the first fast food aisle I can find, or fast food chain I can find. No, if you have your lunchbox or your refrigerator filled with nutritious foods that are easy to grab, or meals that are already prepped for you throughout the week, that is gonna help you to get to your weight loss goal as well. And meal prepping isn't something that comes naturally or easily to everybody, so don't worry, I've got you covered. Next week, I'm gonna be doing a video on how I meal prep for the week, healthy meal prepping for the week for the whole family, and it's gonna be a good one, you guys. So make sure to stay tuned for next week on meal prepping, especially if this isn't something that you already do and have down packed in your life. And tip number 7 is hit it hard, and that is hit as in high intensity interval training. So long gone are the days where we want to do this long, drawn out, low impact workout. No, when you're exercising, it has been proven that for fat burning and effective weight loss, it's better to do short time periods of high or moderate intensity workouts. So it's better to do a 30 minutes sweaty, get some fat blasting type of workout over a 2-hour slow walk through the park. Okay, so we're talking about effective weight loss for maintenance. It's better to have a shorter workout, a little more intensity, get yourself sweating, challenge yourself, moderate intensity, and moderate intensity level is different for every person. A brisk walk may be moderate intensity for another person, while a sprint is moderate intensity for another person. So that's based on you as to what a moderate intensity workout looks like for you, and also what's safe for your body. If that's a aerobic workout in the pool, if that will give you a nice moderate workout, moderate intensity workout, then do that. So you scale it based on what's moderate intensity for your body, but you just want to make sure you're challenging yourself for a shorter period of time, 30 to 45 minutes over 2 hours, of a low impact or low intensity workout. So that's what's really going to get that fat burning and that effective weight loss when it comes to exercise. So it's not just if you're exercising, but how you're exercising that's really gonna get you towards that weight loss goal. Tip number 6 is gain weight. I know you're like, wait, we're here to lose weight. I know, no, I'm not confused. The point is to gain weight with weightlifting. You wanna incorporate weights into your exercise. So often I'll have patients that tell me, I walk every evening with my kids. Walking is like really the most common way that people, get back into working out, which is excellent. I endorse walking, but you don't want to forget the weightlifting component and to add more weight on over time. You also don't want to say, oh, I've been using my 5-pound dumbbells for the last 3 years. No, you're not challenging yourself, right? You want to start weightlifting, start low, and then progressively lift more and more weight, because you want to challenge those muscles. Muscles burn fat. So you want to lose weight, you want muscle. So you don't only want to do aerobic exercise, you also want to remember to gain weight with weight lifting. Tip number 5 is avoid the aisles. All right, so this one is a good one. I talk to my patients about this a lot because this is an easy way you can start making some nutrition changes when you go to the grocery store. When you go to the grocery store, try it. Just try it this week if you've never tried perimeter shopping before. Just try shopping on the outside of the grocery store. And that will include the produce section, and ignore the bakery. Sometimes that's on the perimeter. No, we're skipping over that. But you'll have, your lean meats, even though I really endorse a plant-based diet. We'll get to that later. And you'll have most of your healthy foods are along the perimeter of the grocery store. Just challenge yourself and try going into the grocery store to shop for your groceries for the week or for the day, however you shop, and not go in the aisles at all, and make your meals off of that. That's a challenge, but it's a place to start, and it's an easy visual place that I give my patients that says, oh, okay, most of the things within the aisles of the grocery store are processed foods that are high in sugar, high in fat, and keep us away from our goal of the healthy weight loss that we're trying to achieve. So perimeter shopping and avoiding those aisles is a quick tip that will change your nutrition game. Tip number 4 is to be about that jug life. And that means just increasing your water intake throughout the day, especially before your meals. A lot of times we'll say, I'm so hungry, or oh, I still feel hungry, but really our body is dehydrated and is thirsty. So filling up on water. And water intake, again, it's different depending on your health, your body. I like to do a gallon a day as my goal, but a gallon a day isn't necessarily the goal for everybody on the planet of Earth. But you want to increase your water intake. All of us should be wanting to increase our water intake, staying well hydrated, and making sure that we're not confusing hunger for thirst. Tip number 3 is to lose weight faster by being a faster. And this is a bit controversial, but this is intermittent fasting. I am a huge fan of intermittent fasting, unless you have a medical condition that makes intermittent fasting, not a optimal option for you. You should always speak to your doctor before implementing something like this, but I'm going to be doing a full video coming up in a few weeks on exactly what intermittent fasting is, how you do it, and all the different ways to do it. But I have found that it is a huge game changer and a fat burning tool. It's worked wonders for me, my family, and many, many people that I know. So I am a huge fan of intermittent fasting. And again, I will be coming up with a video soon on how you can get started on this. Just to give you an overview of what intermittent fasting can look like for you, the most common version of intermittent fasting is an 8-16 window. So an 8-hour eating window and a 16-hour fasting window. So you pick the 8 hours that is most effective for your lifestyle or most convenient for your lifestyle. For example, if you wake up at 7 a.m., then you can be from 7 a.m. and then 8 hours from there. And then basically after that 8 hours, you don't eat. And within that 8-hour window, you only eat nutrient-dense meals. And you try to minimize snacking during that time. So basically it's helping to increase the amount of time that you are not eating, because some of us just eat all throughout the day, late at night. It also helps you to not eat late at night when you pick that 8-hour window. Again, I will be doing a full video on this, so I'll give you more detail on how this works exactly and how this can work and why this is so beneficial. So stay tuned for that. Tip number 2 is don't drink your calories. So many of my patients will tell me that they're eating more fruits and vegetables and that they're doing all of these amazing things when it comes to what they're putting in their mouth, but forget all about what they're drinking. And so many of our soft drinks, our energy drinks, our sweet teas, all of these drinks are loaded with sugar, which are processed into fat in our body. And so minimizing and eliminating those are what's gonna really, really push you to the next level when it comes to losing weight in a healthy way. And so making most of what you drink water is gonna be your goal. That should be your goal. And there's all sorts of ways to flavor this and add fruits and make it more delicious. If you don't like water plain, you can get carbonated water if you like the taste of soft drinks or soda. But making sure that what you're drinking is not taking you in the opposite direction of your goal. And one more component of this that a lot of people don't talk about, come here, is alcohol. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of empty calories. So another component of not drinking your calories is to scale back on the alcohol intake as well. It's empty calories that are also putting on weight, especially your beers. Sorry to break the news to you. These are things that we all know, but just that we need to be reminded of, that with not drinking your calories, that also includes alcohol. And also when we drink coffee, a lot of us drink caffeinated beverages, and when you load it with sugar and creamers, all of that is going towards drinking your calories. So sorry to break it to you. And finally, tip number 1, this is my favorite one, which is taste the rainbow. And that means to make sure you're filling your plate with veggies and fruits and make it colorful, you guys. So again, check out my video next week on meal prepping. It's going to be a plant-based meal prepping week, and I'll show you how I incorporate more veggies and more fruits into my diet, but making your plate colorful and beautiful with veggies and fruits and tasting the rainbow, the natural rainbow from Earth, that is going to get you towards your weight loss goal as well. When you look at your plate, half of your plate should be loaded, at least half of your plate should be loaded with veggies and fruits. Most of us don't do that, so next time you're looking at your plate, ask yourself, am I tasting the rainbow? Is half of my plate veggies and fruits? Is it colorful? Is it beautiful? Again, I'll be showing you how to do this next week in my video, so make sure to catch that and taste the rainbow. And just remember that a healthy consumption of vegetables and fruits in your diet, that's going to be what's most effective for weight loss, while exercise is going to be most effective for maintaining that weight loss. So sometimes I'll have patients say that they've been working out like crazy and they haven't really changed what they have been eating, but they've been working out and they're not losing weight and sometimes even gaining weight, and they're not sure what's going on. And that's because the most important component for the weight loss is going to be a healthy consumption of a plant-based diet of nutrient-dense foods, low in sugar, low in fat, low or unhealthy fat, I should say, and low in processed, greasy, fried foods, and increasing the amount of water. All the tips that we said coming together, right? Because we're down to tip number 1. So all of those tips coming together are really what's going to hone us in on getting towards our goal of that weight loss in a healthy weight, and most importantly in a sustainable way. We're not just trying to crash diet and then gain it back in 2 weeks. No, to make this a lifestyle. And that leads me to my bonus tip, which is the slogan of this channel, which is health. It's a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle, guys. I don't even really like the term diet. I try to stay away from the term diet because that implies that this is something short-term or temporary. If you make this a lifestyle, you'll have ongoing health. All of us are either trying to get to our place of optimal health, or we're at a place of optimal health and trying to stay there. So that implies that this is a lifestyle. So don't say, I'm gonna eat plants for a week, or I'm gonna eat plants for a month, or I'm gonna work out for 2 days. Try to just say, I'm gonna implement this in my life and make this a lifestyle, and I'm gonna take it slow and make little changes, and I'm gonna implement tip number 2 today. I'm gonna implement tip number 8 today. I'm gonna start adding some of these tips into my life and making this a lifestyle, and pretty soon it becomes your new normal. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Those are my top 10 tips for a healthy and sustainable weight loss. Good luck, everyone. Let me know in the comments, which of these tips are you gonna be trying to incorporate into your life? Which one of these are hard for you? Which ones do you already do? And I wanna know, what are some things that I didn't mention that you've also noticed are helpful to you and others that you know in losing weight? We wanna make this a community and a dialogue for us all to learn from each other so we can all get closer to the optimal level of health. I hope this was helpful. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share this video, and come back next week for my meal prepping video. It's gonna be a fun one, you guys. So thank you again for watching, and God bless.
Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.